I know I talked about Cosmo Cat in vlog number 19, but you had to get pretty far into the video before I talked about him. And I think he's deserving of having a video of his own. So I'm going to talk about him a little bit, and where you can find him and so forth and so forth. But I know a lot of people have questioned how you get cloth to look old, time-worn, primitive, grungy, whatever you want to call it. There's so many different terms and how people label this type of look. I would say that if I had to pick one thing that I think I'm good at when it comes to creating, it would be making primitive art, cloth primitive art. And I know it's surprising because I absolutely despise sewing. I do, but I like the creating, pulling it all together, coming up with a concept that from the original sketch, which in this pattern, which also comes with a video, a 30-minute plus video. You get to see the sketch I did all the way through, me changing my mind of what direction I want to go in from my initial thoughts to the finished product. And you'll get to see how I make this cat look the way it is. I mean, the material on it looks so worn, and there's a way of getting it to look like that. And I'm not saying that I'm the only one that can do it and I'm the best at it. I'm just saying that this is one thing that I do have confidence in. You that have been watching my videos, you will see that the mixed media type stuff, that's all new to me. And I'm still just learning and experimenting. And hopefully I never get to a point that I'm not just, taking chances and experimenting. And that's how this comes about. Just years of trying different things and evolving, trying new techniques. And now I've gotten to a point that I feel like I really have a good old look that you can take any pattern you have. And by using the techniques I use, you can make anything look old like this. But in this pattern, like I said, you will learn how to make painted cloth look like this. And some of my older patterns are done in a different way than this one is, because like I said, as you work on something, you evolve, you try different techniques, products that weren't available 20 years ago are available now. What was considered primitive 25 years ago is now considered maybe country cute. But you can take those patterns and make them look like this once you see how I did this one. It's all a matter of how you paint your fabric, how you then age it and all to get this look. But I just wanted to share this with you. This is a big pattern. I've made the hat. It's painted real muted like, but it's painted with the idea of like candy corn. This one happens to be sewn with the seams to the outside, but I explain all of this to you during this pattern. And like I said, once you buy this pattern, you are going to learn the process that I use for any type of pattern that you want to look old like this. Also, in the pattern, it shows the little paper mache bucket, and I tell you how I got it to look old like that. But all the information for him is down below. I actually tell you how I inset the eyes because they're not just sewn on top of the fabric. And included in that pattern, if I can show you this without dumping it, you get my staining recipe that I use on a lot of different things. It doesn't take a lot of ingredients. You don't have to go buy a bunch of fancy stuff or anything. But I just thought Cosmo Cat deserved a little video blurb of his own. And so I hope that you will check out my Etsy store. I hope you check out my personal website. And I have a blog. And of course, I'd love for you to subscribe for my YouTube channel. And if you like primitives, you'll definitely want to get this pattern so you can see how I make that. Thanks.